Okay, I'm waiting a few seconds to make sure the live stream is connected good. Hello, gardening friend. Today I'm going to show you how I plant carrots. And happy Easter, by the way. It is Easter morning. It's a beautiful morning, beautiful spring morning. So, yeah, let me turn the camera around and we'll get started. All right, so here I have a plot that I just pulled out some radishes. I'm going to do just a very short row for you, just to show you how I plant them. First thing, of course, is we're going to put some compost in. This compost was from my vermicomposting bin, and it was very, very clumpy. So I went ahead and put some sand, loosen it up a bit. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and dig that in, because I didn't want a big clump of compost being right where I plant the carrot seeds. By the way, the goal of my channel is to give you information to help you become a better gardener. So let me know how I'm doing in the comments below. Oh, I forgot to say too, I'm going to go ahead and show you some carrots that I planted a few weeks ago when we're done planting here. Okay, so there I got the compost dug in. Now carrot seeds are really, really fine, so I'm going to firm the bed down. And they just barely need to be covered over. So I'm going to scratch a tiny little furrow in here just to rough the soil up so that the seeds don't go anywhere that they shouldn't go. Then we're going to grab the seeds. These seeds are so tiny. Look how tiny those are. So one thing you have to worry about with carrots is spacing. A couple things that you can do to get them spaced out. First, you could just be very, very careful, and it's hard to do, but you can be very careful and space them out. Some people will mix the seeds with sand. They mix them up real well and then just spread the sand out so that they'll have a good spacing on them. Other people I've seen use cornstarch. I've also seen people use a salt shaker and put the seeds in there so that they can shake the seeds out more carefully. I don't mind if they're a little close, and you can always go out and thin the carrots when they are little tiny carrots too, so that you get some good spacing. Okay. But it really doesn't take too much, especially for a short little row like this. And if I get some a little wide here, I don't really mind too much. You don't really need any soil on top of there, but I like to put a little bit of soil on just to make me feel better about the seeds not getting washed away. So here's some soil that I got from here before I tilled it up a little bit. So I'm just going to put a tiny little bit on there. And basically, you're just going to press, we're just going to press the seeds down into the soil. Okay, so press them down in. Make sure they get good contact with the soil. And I'm going to put a little stick over here so that I can see exactly where this is, because I'm going to put a little bit of mulch on them to help keep the edges dry. And I don't want to get it right where I planted the seeds, because the mulch, being this thick mulch, could stop the seeds from coming up. So I'm just going to put a little thin layer here. There is some mulch here that is fairly fine even, which is good. This is wood chips that I got from the rabbit pen. So it's got lots of good stuff in there. And I keep the big chips away from where I just planted. Like I said, this should help keep the soil moist. That's a major thing in planting carrots, is keeping the soil moist. So I'll come out here and water them at least once a day, either at night or in the morning. Wouldn't hurt to water them even twice a day until these carrots are up. And then I'm going to take the stick out, and I'm going to put a very, very thin layer of grass clippings just to hold the seeds in place again. It's a very, very thin layer. Hi, Roxy. Roxy came out to say hello. Our old doggy. When I pick the camera up, if she's still around, I'll let you see her. Now, some people, to keep these moist and to let them germinate well, will just simply put a board over your whole area where you planted the seeds. And that's actually a very good way to do it too. I'm not going to do that on this bed right here, but that is a very, very good way to do it. Now we're going to put some water on. We're going to do a very, 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 very small stream of water. And that grass is going to hopefully hold the seeds in place. We're going to make this mulch wet too, so that's going to keep the whole area moist. And we're going to water it, like I said, once or twice a day to make sure that it stays moist until these things are up. Other thing that I like to do, because I have wild rabbits that come in here, I like to put a little net over my seedling area. Not a net, this is a 1/2-inch wire. So put that over the area. Alright, so let's go look at the other carrots that I planted on this lot. Hopefully it was okay. We'll see. Alright, so I planted another thing about carrots is you can get a variety of carrots, which is a good reason to grow them in your own place, because these are actually different colors. There's like bright yellows, there's purples, and I even have a white carrot in here. So make sure that you are subscribed so that you can get back here when I show updates on these carrots and see how they grow. And yeah, make sure you click the bell so you get notified anytime I put out new content. There's also some spinach right here on the edge, which is good to get a little breakfast bite. So yeah, happy Easter. Hope you have a great Sunday, and I will see you again real soon. Have a blessed day.